Lake Placid in the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York, a double Olympic venue, and it is also the playground for the 8th and final, the season finale of the BMW IBSF Bobsleigh and Skeleton World Cup. And midway through the final race of the year for the women's skeleton. And so finally, is this history in the making for Mystique Rowe? Last year, she came here and won the Push World Cup. The line, it is goal by 200ths of a second. Mystique Rowe takes her first ever World Cup win here in Lake Placid.
There was definitely a lot of emotions, a lot of nerves. Sliding in Lake Placid is definitely a unique experience, I think, with the history of the 32 and 80 Olympics. So you do get like a whole a scenario about what Team USA Olympic spirit is in a Olympic Village town. So it's definitely something I would encourage people to try from a lower start for sure, just to get the experience and just to feel the rush of speed, because there's nothing like it that you can compare it to ever. It's really unique.
And here is our start monster, Keisha Love. She is an absolute rocket sledge. 5:76 new start record, sets a new start record in the second, and that is the caliber of pusher that she is.
I feel like this track has a reputation of being very challenging and kind of being one of the hardest tracks in the world. So for me to be able to come here and drive this track, it gives me the confidence to go to the other tracks in Europe and know that no matter what challenges that track brings, that I can handle it. Because if you can do Lake Placid, you can do anything, you know?
And finally, here we are. Next up, Francesco Fritzig, our world champion and Olympic champion and four-man. He built the speed early and leads by 2800ths, setting a 5:05 start. Well, I don't think anybody's ever going to do those starts faster.
Being in a four-man, it's a little dicey, which is a little fun. You know, you're kind of slapping around and rolling through there. That's one of those kind of times where you know you're really moving fast and you know you're kind of on the edge. And that's kind of the best part of our sport, in my opinion.
77 medals in 99 races. Some full seasons, some part seasons, some newcomers, and lots to talk about over the summer. Plenty in prospect for next year.